सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नाम रूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धिर्द्रव्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। You have got the book, no? You have?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
this. Yeah, copy
Yeah?
here already.
Good. Acha, summary.
In the last class, we had started seeing the next avarta, and the topic in this avarta is Jnane Mukhyantaranga Sadhana Shravanadinam Lakshanam. The definition of Shravana, etc., which are the Mukhya Antaranga Sadhana in Jnanotpatti. And there, we are seeing the 24th avarta, Shravana Lakshanam. Vastutah Vicharyamane Shravanadini api na Antaranga Sadhanani Jnanasya Kintu Tattvamasyaadi Mahavakyani eva Pramana Phalatvat Jnanasya. So it is said, when analysis is done, it is seen that Shravanadi also are not the Antaranga Sadhanani for Jnanam in reality. Kintu, but the Mahavakyas such as Tattvamasi, etc., alone are the Antaranga Sadhanani in reality. And here, when we say the Mahavakyas are the Antaranga Sadhanam, it means the Mahavakyas which are taught by the Acharya and which have been thought over by the student, that kind of Mahavakyas are the Antaranga Sadhanani. And why it is said so? Pramana Phalatvat Jnanasya. Because here Jnanam is the result of Pramana. So Jnanam is Pramarupa and Prama is born of Pramanam. Therefore Jnanam is the result of Pramanam. And for this Jnana or for this Prama to happen, the Pramanam is Mahavakya. And therefore Mahavakya is the Antaranga Sadhanam and not Shravanadi, because they are not the direct Pramanam. And here we also saw that what is the basis for calling this Tattvamasyadi Mahavakyani Antaranga Sadhanam. So we see that the definition of Antaranga Sadhanam is Yasmin Sati Uttarakshane eva Karyam Utpadyate Tat Tasya Antaranga Sadhanam. So when that thing being there, or that when something is there and immediately in the next moment the Karyam is produced, then that thing is called the Antaranga Sadhanam for the Karyam. So here, when the Mahavakya is analyzed and understood, the Prama happens and therefore Mahavakya are called the Antaranga Sadhanam. And now the Granthakara in the next line justifies how Mahavakya can be called Pramanam for this Jnanam based on Shruti. And it is said, Tantu Aupanishadam Purusham Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitarthaha Ityadi Shrutibhyaha. From these Shrutis, we understand that the Mahavakya is the Pramanam for this Jnana. And what are the Shrutis? The first is a Brihadaranyaka Shruti, where Yajnavalkya says, I am asking that Upanishadam Purusham. I am asking that self which is known only by Upanishad. Upanishad means Upanishada eva gamyaha. The self or reality which is known only by Upanishad. And this suggests that Vedanta, especially the Mahavakya, are pramanam for this Purusha, this reality. And then the Mundaka Shruti is there, Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitarthaha. So here the vigraha of this word will be Vedanta Janitam Vijnanam, Vedanta Vijnanam. And tasya artha Paramatma Vijneyah. And saha सुनिश्चितैः सः सुनिश्चितः येषां ते वेदान्तविज्ञान सुनिश्चितार्थाः. So it means the people who have very well ascertained Paramatma, which is the subject matter of the knowledge born of Vedanta. Here the main idea for us is Paramatma is the subject matter of the knowledge born of Vedanta, which suggests that for knowing Paramatma, Vedanta is the Pramanam. And thus, by these Shrutis, it has been established that Mahavakyas are the Pramanam for this knowledge, and thus they are the Antaranga Sadhanam. And now, in the next line, the Granthakara defines Shravanam. Shravanam Nama Yuktya Shad Shadvida Tatparya Lingaihi Shadvida Tatparya Lingaihi Vedanta Vakyana Advitiye Pratyeka Bhinna Brahmani Tatparya Nirnayanukula Cheto Vritti Visheshaha. So Shravanam means Shravanam means the mental activities or the mental activity.
Where do you get the idea? Mental activity.
Oh, particular Cheto Vritti Visheshaha.
Cheto Vritti Vishesha we translate as mental. Literally it means particular state of the mind. So we say mental activities.
So Shravana means the particular mental activities or state of mind which is leading to the ascertainment of the tatparya, of the purport, the theme of what? Vedanta Vakyanam, of all the Vedanta Vakyas. And this tatparya means ascertained in what? Advitiye Pratyeka Bhinna Brahmani. So the ascertainment regarding Brahma, which is non-dual and non-separate from oneself. And how is this Tatparya Nirnaya arrived at? Yuktya Shadvida Tatparya Lingaihi, with the help of reasoning in the form of sixfold indicators of Tatparya, purport. So finally it means Shravanam means particular mental activity which are leading to the ascertainment of the purport of all the Vedanta Vakyas in non-dual Brahma who is non-separate from oneself with the help of reasoning in the form of sixfold indicators of purport. And after this, we were seeing the Tippani number 1 on page number 15. This Tippani is for how Vivekadi are useful in Shravanam or Shravanadi. And it is said that indeed the Vedanta Shravanam should be practiced or should be followed for a long time without any gap and with a sense of respect. And why? What is the basic? Why is it said so? So this statement is made to suggest the importance of Vivekadi in this Vedanta Shravanam, and that the Tippanikara clarifies that.
What is the meaning of Adara?
Adara means with sense of importance or respect.
Sense of importance for what?
This Shravanam. And then it is said that for a person who does not have Vivekadi Chatushtayam, he will, because of that, he will be extroverted. And because of that, the Shravanam would not be accomplished without obstacles. And
Nirantarayate.
Nirantarayata. And here we saw the Nirantarayata derivation also. So, Nirantara, Nirantarayasya bhavah Nirantarayata. And Nirantaraya is a Bahuvrihi. Nirgatah Antaraha Nirgatah Antarayah Yasmat. Nirantarayah. Antarayah means obstacles. The one from which obstacles have gone. And Antarayah also we saw the derivation. Antaram Madhyam Ayate iti
Madhye generally say. Madhye. Madhyam also okay, but generally say Madhye. Antaram.
Antaram Madhye Ayate iti Antarayah. That which goes in between the person and the sadhya. Okay? Therefore, it is obstacle. So, for a person who does not have Vivekadi, the Shravanam without obstacles will not be accomplished. And when Shravanam is not accomplished, Mananam Nidhyasanam also will not be accomplished. Ataha, therefore means if Vivekadi are not there, then Shravanam will not be accomplished, and hence Mananam Nidhyasanam also will not be accomplished. Therefore, by a Mumukshu, Vivekadi Chatushtayam should definitely be accomplished as a Anga of Shravanadi, as a subservient to Shravanadi. And then he should do enquiry, that is, he should do Shravanadi. That is, after acquiring Vivekadi alone, he should do Shravanadi.
What is the connection between the first line and second line?
The first line said that the Vedanta Shravanam should be done for a long time and
Without gap.
Without gap. And that kind of Shravanam will not be possible unless one has this Vivekadi. If it is done only for one day, or even if it is done for a long time, but only like once a year, then it is possible. But for a long time without any gap, it is not possible without Vivekadi.
So Granthakara is explaining Bahiranga Sadhana, Antaranga Sadhana, and in Antaranga Sadhana also further proximate, more proximate, less proximate, primarily proximate, secondarily proximate. So, deeper analysis is done. Finally, we have to do Shravan, that's all. But to give clear idea, so that we have proper prioritization, we give proper priority. Alright. In that connection, we were seeing the footnote. The footnote is on the Moolam. Vivekadinam Shravane Upayuktatvat. Vivekadi are useful in Shravana. That is the sentence in the Moolam. Then Tippanikara is explaining how Vivekadi are useful in Shravana. Because this particular connection is lost sight of by many people. And the reason is, it is understandable why they lose sight of it. They think, what is that? See, I have studied my graduation, post-graduation, PhD without sadhana chaturshya sampatti. Swamiji enjoyed my college. It is my golden period. I enjoyed and I studied well. I get good marks. So without, I did not have any vairagya, Swamiji. I was very passionate about all funs. In fact, I remember more fun than the subject matter in the college. So that is what our orientation is there. That see in college and all, we did not have Vairagyadi, and still we got good marks. There are also some Vairagya you will have, but it was not so palpable. When you are studying, little bit Vairagya you have to have. Then otherwise you cannot focus on it. But still, in general, we don't seem to have that Vairagyadi. Viveka, Nitya, Nitya Vastu Viveka. Where is the question? If you do that too much Viveka, you can't study also that. College study. He said, why should I study Anityam Sarvam? So that orientation is that if I could study so many things without Vivekadi Chatushtayam, why not this? It's better of understanding. And somebody, those who have not even graduated, those who are not graduate, they are understanding. I am postgraduate, PhD. Why can't I understand without all this? So we need to understand the connection between Vivekadi and Shravana, and that is explained by him. First of all, Vedanta Shravana is not like a one time affair that you just went and registered your name over, or you went and just be present for 1 hour. That is that. Or in some religion, they have got every Sunday mass. They go there and listen in a half sleep also, no problem. Because next day is almost similar. Next week, Sunday, same thing is going to come. So, Sunday to Sunday. And almost it is a similar thing they are telling. And there is no like big analysis to be done. Hey, you should be kind to others, you should be considerate and all this. So, generally, there is no tattva vichara. Whatever you are teaching your children, that he is teaching you. So, so not a very big thing. So it is not one day, Sunday to Sunday affair. It is Nairantaryam, long time, and with sense of respect. You will have respect for Vedanta Shravanam when you have understood the purpose of Shravanam. And you will be able to appreciate the purpose of Vedanta Shravanam when you have relative Vairagya for other things. Otherwise, you may think that why should I get moksha where everything will be given up? One lady was telling Swami Paramarthanji very nicely. He said, Swamiji, I love my son so much. If getting moksha amounts to give up my son, I will give up moksha. I will not give up my son. My love for my son, if it is to be given up, I will give up moksha. So if vairagyam is not there, then moksha eva tivra ichha nasti. And when moksha ichha is not there, this sadhana, moksha sadhana jnane, also tivrata, tivra ichha will not be there. And in case jnane tivra ichha nasti, then jnana upaya shravana api tivra ichha nasya. Therefore, he says that nirantarayataya shravanam will be established only when vivekadi is there. If it is not there, na siddhi. And without Shravanam, we cannot do Manana and Nididhyasanam. Because Manana and Nididhyasanam are the contemplation or deliberation upon what you have listened to. Shravanam is done on the content of Shravanam alone, Mananam and Nididhyasanam are done. Therefore, without Shravanam, Manana is not possible. And moreover, one who has failed in Shravanam, he cannot succeed in Manana and Nididhyasanam. Why? Because in Shravanam, at least Guru is there around. So somebody is there to capture your attention. Mananam तो आप अकेले बैठे, you are just alone. Nididhyasana, you are alone. So there is nobody to even capture your attention. Therefore, it will become more difficult. Therefore, Shravanadhyangataya, as the part of, as a subsidiary to Shravanadi, considering Vivekadi Chatushtayam to be the subsidiary to Shravanadi, Avashyam Sampadya, having accomplished it necessarily, Vichare, Sadhakaha Vichare, Sadhaka should do Vichara, which is otherwise called Shravana. Generally, we translate Shravana as what? Listening. But traditionally, that is not a real translation. So, the definition also, what they said, Cheto Vritti Vishesha. Is not Indriya Vritti Vishesha. Cheta means mind. So, really speaking, Shravanam is Vichara. But hearing is one of the contributory means, therefore we say listening. Alright. Now, up to this we had seen. Now, the next one. He is showing the importance of Vivekadi in doing effective Shravanadi by Vyatireka Mukha, by showing the absence. If Vivekadi is not there, then Shravanadi will not be possible. How? That is said here. Loke, in the world, Shastrajnaha api. Even though a person is a great scholar in various Shastra, Mimamsa, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, is very great scholar, and even Vedanta. But, and Viveka Matra Yuktaha api. And if he is, even though he is endowed with just Viveka, means he can tell very well Atma alone is Nitya, everything is Anitya, including Brahmaloka, and he can tell you also how many years Brahmaloka, 3.12 something, no? 3.12 into 10 raised to
14.
14. 10 raised to 14. That many years only, afterwards you have to die. So he will tell all the details of Anityatvam, he will tell Brahma alone is Nityam. But विवेक मात्र युक्तो अपि अत्यंत विषयासक्तः सन्, being intensely attached to the objects, all the time mindful how much attention people are giving, how much contribution they are making, what will be the dinner item, lunch item, breakfast. When he is taking breakfast, he is thinking of that lunch. What will be the lunch? Okay, breakfast is getting over. What will be lunch? Lunchtime he thinks, oh, now lunch is getting over. What is dinner? So, Vishya such a person, Kamya Karmasu Pravartate, is engaged in activities based on desires, material desires. Kamya Karmasu eva pravartate. Even teaching Vedanta will become one profession. In fact, people will say, Swamiji, that is a very good lucrative business, because people who don't have very high qualification, they also can become good teacher, at least popular teacher. We don't say good teacher, popular teacher, and they charge very heavily because they know some jokes and some this style of presentation. So very popular. Stuff is not there, but he or she is able to present and keep the people attention captured. He can hold the attention, and therefore what is teaching Vedanta also becomes one kamya karma. And sometimes people may not wish to have money, but fame, that my name should come, my YouTube, so many people should visit. This is nowadays a big thing. Even this what is called this Vedanta speakers also will say on my website 1 lakh hit was there. So first time you don't understand what is hit, but now it's I was here, if it hit 100,000 times, such a value. And he did not tell me that likes, but how many likes were there. That also they give, no likes how many. All this is a trap. It's a kamya karma only. If you have any other purpose, anything other than moksha, it is a kamya karma. Whether you say, I want to make one ashram, and for making ashram, I am giving talk series, fundraising talk series. It kamya karma. So, person when vairagya is not there, then kamya karmasu pravartate. And then what? Ataha vitiya sadhanena ihamutra phala bhoga vairagyena api avashyam bhavya. Person will be engaged in kamya karma and therefore he will not have committed shravana manana nididhyasa. And therefore Vitiyena sadhanena, Vitya sadhanam, the second sadhana. What is that? Iha mutrartha phala bhoga vairagya. Dispassion to the enjoyment of the result here and hereafter. Avashyam bhavyam should necessarily be there. This is a bhave prayoga. If you put it in a simple word, it will be Vitya sadhanam iha mutrartha phala bhoga vairagyam avashyam bhave. Now, Now he wants to explain the importance of the Samadhi. What he says? Prathama Dvitiyabhyam Sampannaha api. Even though a person is endowed with Viveka and some Vairagya, but Kashit Samban Kopadina Tapyate. He is afflicted by anger, etc. Many great scholar and they have really means they appear to be Vairagi, they have minimum things. They are not after money. All these things we see, but somehow anger is there. Kopa. See this Swamiji is known for his anger. What a good name, Kopa Dina Tapyate. So by the anger, etc., Tapyate is heated up. So he heated up and he heats others up also. So Tapyate. Iti. And therefore, and when a person is angry, the mental disturbance is there, then Shravanadi cannot happen very effectively. Therefore, Tritiyena Samadhi Sadhanena Bhavyam. Therefore, the third sadhana, so Samadhi also has to be there. Because if mind is disturbed, then it is not available for learning. Disturbed mind is not a learning mind. You cannot. You imagine if you had a fight with somebody before the class. So then that, and also a strong fight, not small one. Like 5, 6 interactions were there. You said something, he said something, then you said like that. 5, 6 rounds of bout was there, and then you come for the class. No, it will not be. Shravanam also doesn't happen. What to talk about Manana and Nididhyasana? In Nididhyasana, if you sit, no, Swamiji, is my time for meditation. So you had a fight and it is a time for meditation. So what will you do? You will fight with that person mentally. You bring that person. How can you do this? I did not expect this from you. Never do this to me. All this you fight with the person. Therefore, what? If you want effective Shravanadi, then Samadhi also should be there. Satsu api trishu sadhaneshu. Even though these three sadhanas are there, mumuksha bhave. In the absence of mumuksha, the desire for freedom, Shravanado na pravarteta. Person will not be engaged in Shravanadi. Some people are there because of some pratibandhaka. They have viveka that everything is impermanent, Paramatma alone is permanent, and they have relative vairagya also. They don't want any money or any other enjoyment, and generally they are quiet. So three are there, but somehow this moksha is not very strong. They बोले कि बस this let be born again. What is there? What moksha? I don't want moksha. People say that I don't want moksha. I just want to be born. I will do some japa, etc. And I will be born in Vaikuntha. That is what they want. So mumuksha is not there. Therefore, what? Shravanado na pravarteta. So they will not be engaged in Shravanadi. Iti. Therefore, Chaturthya api mumukshaya avashyam bhavyam. Therefore, the fourth quality, mumuksha, api also avashyam bhavyam should necessarily be there. In this manner, Shravane Upayuktatva. Now, we were seeing this 24th Avarta Shravana Lakshana. Vastutah vicharyamane Shravanadini api na antaranga sadhanani jnanasya. So Shravanadi also technically cannot be called the Parama Antaranga. Means the final sadhana it cannot be called for jnana. Why? Because they are not the pramana directly. For jnanam, which is prama, what is the antaranga sadhanam? Pramanam. And pramanam is not shravana. Shravana, which is the activity. Vichara. Shravana is otherwise called vichara. Mere vichara, mere inquiry is not the sadhana. Suppose you are doing the inquiry, who am I, who am I, who am I? It will not give. So, vichara matram, only vichara is not the pramana, is not the antaranga sadhana. And therefore, tattvamasyadi mahavakya, the mahavakya such as tattvamasi, etc., they alone are parama antaranga, the most intimate. Why? Because they are pramana. Tattvamasyadi mahavakya are pramana and jnanam is the result of pramana. So two reasons are suggested. Why Tattvamasyadi alone are antaranga? Because jnanam is the result of pramanam and Tattvamasyadi mahavakyas are pramana. And therefore Tattvamasyadi mahavakyani eva pramana. Then what we are calling Shravanam, where we are arriving at the Tatparya Nirnaya, is considered, the author is going to clarify, that Tatparya Nirnaya is meant for only removing the obstacles in the understanding given by Mahavakya. So Pratibandhaka Nivrutti only it does. The Shravanam, Tatparya Nirnayaka, the Shravanam is removing the Pratibandhaka. Pratibandhaka in understanding which we received from Tattvamasi Mahavakya. So what he wants to say, that Jnanam, Brahmatma Jnanam, I am Brahma, this Jnanam is given only by Mahavakya. Mahavakya, of course, Shruta Mahavakya. Mahavakya heard by the listener who is well informed and Adhikari. For that person, Mahavakya alone is Jnana Janakam. Then the Tatparya Nirnaya, etc., how does it come into the picture, which is generally known as Shravanam? The author is going to clarify that even though a person listens to Tattvamasi Mahavakya and he understands that Shruti wants to say, you are Brahman, and he understands, yeah, I am Brahman, that is what Shruti is saying. But now he will have this question, how can I be Brahman? How can Shruti say this? Is it this? Is this Vakya having Tatparyam or is Arthavada Rupa? This Tattvamasi Mahavakya, is it the statement with seriousness by Shruti or it is just glorification? Because there are other Vakyas which are saying that Jiva and Ishvara are like two birds. So, Vasuparna Sayuja Sakhayo, Mamaivamsho Jiva Loke, Amsha is there. Jiva is the Amsha of, Amsha means part of Ishvara. So, there are other Vakyas also. Then, is Tattvamasi Mahavakya told by Shruti with Tatparyam or without Tatparyam? Then Vichara starts. And that Vichara is popularly known as Shravana. But Jnanam given is by Mahavakya only. Then this, what we are calling Shravanam, Tatparya Nirnayaka Manasi Pravritti, the mental activities leading to the purport of Vedanta, that Shravanam is removing the obstacles in understanding, which you have received from what? Mahavakya. So this is little bit fine tuning of our understanding of Antaranga sadhana for Dhanotpatti. Antaranga sadhana means proximate means. So what is exactly proximate means for Dhanotpatti, that is being little bit deeply analyzed. It is our understanding is fine tuned. Alright. And they give the example. They say, for seeing your reflection in the mirror, what is the primary thing? The mirror. But if mirror is covered with dust particles, then you will not see. When you do this marjanam, the cleaning of the mirror, then you will see your face in the mirror. So now question is that does cleaning make me see the reflection, or does the mirror make me see the reflection? Our answer is mirror alone is the main sadhana. But mirror needs to be clean to give you the final outcome. Mirror can do its job when cleaning has been done. Similarly, Mahavakya alone gives understanding. But that understanding can be fraught with some doubts. How can Shruti say like this? That I am Brahman. So you require a lot of inquiry. And that inquiry helps you to remove the doubts regarding the Tatparyam of Shruti. And when doubts are removed by that Shravanam, then you understand, yes, Shruti Pramanam says I am Brahman. But technically, this Vedanta Vakya alone is Pramanam. Vedanta Vakya, listen from the teacher, that alone is Pramanam. They give the example. Another example is Kunti tells her son, the first son, who did not know that he is the son of Kunti, Karna, that you are my son, Kunti says. Karna always thought that he is the son of a driver, Sarathi Putra. And so Kunti says, no, you are my son. When she told first time, all words are very clear. You are my son. It doesn't require so much Renan Martin grammar. So, you are my son. That's all. So he understood. Jnanam happened. But he had a doubt. How can I be your son? My mother is this, my father is this. And you are a queen, whereas I am considered to be the driver's son. Then Kunti gives whole story. Kya batao? So what to tell? I had a choti si bhool ek, so one small mistake was there. I was too curious about checking the boon of this Durvasa, and then I got. Then Karna is convinced. So I am Kunti's son. I am Kaunteya, Natu Radheya. His mother, his foster mother was Radha. Therefore, he was called Radheya. So I am Kaunteya, Natu Radheya. He got the knowledge from what? The primary sentence, you are my son. Then whole story was required for what? To remove the doubt. How can I be your son? So story did not give him knowledge. Story only removed the doubt regarding the knowledge he got. What? I am Kaunteya, Natu Radheya. Similarly, Mahavakya alone does the job. Mahavakyas are Prabhana. And there you are Brahman. You have understood what is Tvam, what is Tat. You are Brahman. And if a person is well prepared, that itself is enough. No other thing. Tattvam Padartha Shodhanam is done. Nothing is required. But so many questions are there that how can it be main Vakya, etc. So inquiry is there. That is why to some people, one Upanishad is enough. If mind is ready, it's not that you have to do 2-year course, 3-year course, 5 years course, not like that. One Upanishad is enough. Pramanam, it is a pramanam. You are that, that's all. So Mahavakyas are pramanam. They are the mukhya antaranga sadhana, the innermost. They are the interiormost Mahavakya. Okay. Then, and that idea was substantiated by the Shruti. Now, Shruti, Granthakara gives the definition of Shravanam. We saw in the last class. Shravanam means Cheto Vritti Visheshaha, mental activities which is Anukula leading to Tatparya Nirnaya, the ascertainment of the purport means essential theme is called Tatparya. Of what? All Vedanta Vakyas in Advitiya Pratyagavinna Brahmani. And these two words, Advitiya and Pratyagavinna Brahmani, have what significance? If it is said only Advitiya Brahma, then also person might think that some non-dual Brahman is there somewhere, I have to realize it. Therefore, it is said Pratyaga Bhinna. It is not separate from you, the inner self. Therefore, Pratyaga Bhinna. If it is said only Pratyaga Bhinna Brahma, not Advaita, then person may think I am a Pratyagatma, another person Pratyagatma. There are so many Brahman which are Pratyaga Bhinna. And therefore, both the words are required. And how this Tatparya Nirnaya is done? With the help of Yukti. What type of Yukti? Shadvida Tatparya Linga. Yukti in the form of indicators which are indicators for the Tatparya. Tatparya means the commitment of Shruti. And how many indicators are there? Shadvida, sixfold. And similar definition is given in other text, which is little simple, and that is Vedanta Paribhasha says, Shravanam Nama Vedanta Nam Advitiye Brahmani Tatparyavadharananukula Manasi Kriya. Vedanta Nam Advitiye Brahmani Tatparyavadharananukula Manasi Kriya. So mental activities in the form of inquiry, Anukula leading to Tatparyavadharana, ascertainment of the purport of what? All Vedantas, is all Vedanta Vakyas in non-dual Brahman. So Shravanam, we generally think that listening, attending class, that is a superficial way of understanding Shravanam. Really, Shravanam is a Manasi Kriya, mental activity which is leading us to this vision. What? All the Vedanta Vakyas are finally telling the same thing. What? I am Brahman. All that is here is Brahma, that Brahman I am. And I am convinced of that. And that conviction happens that all the Vedanta Vakyas have their commitment to reveal this vision, then my Shravanam is complete. People ask this question, Swamiji, how many years we have to do Shravanam? Syllabus cash, Shravanam 3 years, Mananam 3 years, Vidyasanam 3 years. 4 years, 10 years come. There is no such thing. It is not based on the period of time. People ask this, Swamiji, earlier 3-year course, now 2 years. So there is reason for that. Swamiji, 2 years mein Gyan ho jayega. So in 2 years will we get Gyan? 2 years also it can happen, and 5 years also it may not happen. Time duration is not a guarantee for success. Yes, since you have started in someday you are following with sincerity, you will definitely get Jnana someday. But we cannot give time duration. So Tatparya Avadharana, when I am fully convinced that the vision of Shruti is this alone. But Swamiji, that other Vakyas are there, Dvasuparna, Silvyasaka, we can handle them. Handle them means we put them properly. We say that they are talked about from the standpoint of Upadhi. We don't say they are wrong. This understanding the Tatparya of Shruti does not mean that whatever sentences are suitable to Advaita, you keep it. Rest of you drop it. That's all. Simple one. बाकी का सब वो bracket कर दो. That is not the vichara. Every sentence of Vedanta, any sentence, every we need not say, any sentence of Vedanta doesn't startle you, doesn't disturb you. Oh my God, this sentence, how will I handle? There is no such thing. Any sentence that Brahman is not you, suppose it is there. You should not be disturbed by that. Generally, their sentences are not there. But suppose it is there. Then also you can say, yes, that Upadhi Drishtya, there is a Veda. And Brahman is not restricted to be you. Everything is Brahman. So we handle any state. Brahman, Brahman is not the cause of this world. No problem. Brahman is the cause of this world. No problem. Both you should be able to handle. नहीं नहीं हमको समझ वो Brahman is the cause of the world. I like it. That I like it. It doesn't work. In Vedanta, your liking, your not liking has no meaning. Vedanta, the Tatparya Nirnaya is not done by your liking. समझिए, I like Advaita. So, therefore Advaita is right. Simple meaning. Then somebody says, I like Dvaita, therefore Dvaita is right. So, my liking or not liking is not the basis. Any sentence given in Shastra, you are able to handle and your understanding of Advaita is not disturbed. Then your Shravanam is complete. Any sentence, no problem. Vedantinam manaha na kidyati. Okay. Now he is writing a footnote on second. The second footnote on the Yuktya Shadvida Tatparya. There is a long footnote is there. Okay. First he is explaining what is the meaning of Linga. Tatparya Linga means what? Dhuma Dhanena Vanni Gnanasya Jayamanatvad Yatha Dhumaha Vanni Nishchaye Lingam. First example. We are using the word Shadvida Tatparya Linga. Linga means indicator. Something which indicates something else is called Linga. Like Chappal is the Linga of Swamiji or any person. Chappal is outside, is a Linga for the presence of Swamiji. Chappal is a Linga. So generally we think Dhuma only is Linga. Chappal कैसे लिंग हो सकता है? ऐसा नहीं है. Anything is, it can be Linga. You hear some sound. It's a Linga of presence of some human being. You hear human sound. So it's Linga. So a person is feeling sleepy, suppose. It's a Linga. Linga what? Did not get good sleep or class is not okay. Some Linga. Alright. So then you do some jokes, because you have got Linga. So Linga means Lingyate, Jayate, Anenaiti Lingam. That by which something is known. Ling Dhatu is a Gato. Ling Gato. In the sense of Gati. And Gatyarthaha sarve Dana Gatyartha Dhatunam Danarthatvam. So all the roots having the Gati meaning will have Dana meaning as well. Alright. So Lingyate means Nyayate Anenaiti Lingam. That factor by which something is known is called Lingam. And generally stock example is this. Smoke is called Lingam. Why? Because with the help of smoke, you are knowing the fire. Therefore, smoke is what? Lingam. And lingam will become hetu in the anumana. Hetu means the reason in inference. Parvato vandiman, dhuma. Dhuma also we can say. Dhumavatvat, dhuma. So linga becomes the hetu in the anumana. And by that anumana we get the anumiti, inferential knowledge. So he first explains the example. Dhuma jnanena, by the knowledge of dhuma, vannignanasya jayamanatvat. Since the knowledge of fire is born, by the knowledge of smoke, since the knowledge of fire is born, yatha jayamanatvat, yatha, just as dhumaha, smoke, is lingam, is indicator. For what? Bandhi nishchaye, with regard to the ascertainment of the presence of fire. Just as smoke is the indicator with regard to or for ascertainment of the presence of fire. Why? The hetu was given in the beginning. Dhumajnanena vannignanasya jayamanatvat. Because by the knowledge of smoke, the knowledge of fire is born. Therefore, smoke is called lingam. Kasya lingam? Dhumaha vanni lingam. Smoke is the indicator of fire. Why? Because by the knowledge of smoke, the knowledge of fire is born. Alright. So something can become linga of something else when by the knowledge of that factor something else is known. Is it clear? Okay. Tatha. This was Drishtanta so far. Advaita Swarupe Pratyaga Binna Brahmani Vedantanam Tattaryam. Advaita Swarupa Pratyaga Binna Brahmani. With regard to Brahma or in Brahma, which is non-separate from inner self, which is Advaita Swarupa, which is of the nature of non-duality. In that Brahma, Vedanta have got Tattparya. Vedanta have got commitment, purport. The essential theme of Vedanta is Brahma, non-dual Brahma, which is non-separate from myself. Means I am non-dual Brahma. In this particular subject matter, Vedanta has got Tattparya. Iti, in this manner, Nirnayamanatvat, in this manner, it is ascertained. How is it ascertained that Pratyeka Binna Brahma is the Tattparyam of Vedanta? How is it ascertained? He says, Upakramopasamharadi Shadvida Tattparya Lingi. By the Tattparya Linga, by the indicators of the purport, which are sixfold, starting with Upakramopasamhara, beginning and conclusion. Since by the fixed indicators, the Tattparyam is ascertained, therefore, these six factors, Upakramopasamhara, etc., Tattparya Lingani iti uchyante, are called the indicators of Tattparya. Just as by the smoke, fire is ascertained. Similarly, by the six factors, the Tattparyam of Vedanta is ascertained. Therefore, they are called Tattparya Linga. Just as by smoke, fire is ascertained. Therefore, the smoke is called Linga of fire. Similarly, by these six factors, the Tattparyam of Vedanta, the purport of Vedanta, is ascertained. Therefore, these six factors are called Tattparya Linga. Tattparyasya Lingani, Tattparya Lingani. Just as Dhumaha, Vanhehe Lingani, Lingam, therefore it's called Vanni Lingam. Similarly, these six factors, Upakramapasamhara, are the leading to the knowledge of Tattparya. Therefore, Tattparya Lingani. Alright. tatparyam iti in this manner nirniyamanatvat with the help of the six lingas. Now he tells what is the meaning of yuktya. In the definition of Shravana, yuktya was there. He explains yukti shabdena cha etani lingani grihyante. By the word yukti in the definition, this lingas, chaitani is not cha etani. Yukti shabdena cha, and by the word yukti, these lingas are to be understood. Means this sixfold linga or sixfold linga vichara itself is the reasoning. And by this one more point is highlighted is that in Shravanam also reasoning is involved. People think in Shravanam only listening, kuch yukti nahi. Only manana time we have yukti. That is not correct. The type of yukti may be different, but yukti is used in Shravanam also. In fact, we will see that yukti is one of the lingas. So, yukti, logic, reasoning is very much involved in this Shravanam, Vedanta Vichara. In fact, it is too much used sometimes. So people will think that everything is logical. Swamiji, this Vedanta, no? This subject matter is so logical. Because so much logic is used. You always say taspat, 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 therefore, therefore, therefore. Yes, reasoning is used. But the subject matter of Vedanta is not logical. Logic is used, but subject matter is not logical. Logic is used to show that it is not illogical. That we have seen. And logic is used to dismiss any wrong idea about the Tatparyam of Vedanta. It is not used to, logic is not used to prove that it is logical. Logic is used to dismiss any wrong understanding about the Tatparyam. So, Yukti Shabdena cha etani grihyante. Tani cha lingani shadvidani. These lingas are sixfold. What are they? Upakramopasamharo abhyaso purvatapalam. Upakramopasamharo abhyaso purvatapalam. Arthavadopapatte cha lingam tatparya nirnaye iti vachana. Because of this statement, what is the hetumat? Shadvidani vikar. So these six we have already seen, but Chandogya he wants to show it. So we will see it in the next class. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti